Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Communities Live here at Sheffield Live 93.2 FM. And we have Love Island contestant and singer Samira Mighty. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
So, for our listeners at home, give us a bit of background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know how far you want me to go back, but I was a trained ballet dancer. And then I went straight into musical theatre and I went into a couple of West End shows in London. I was in Mamma Mia, the musical, and Dreamgirls, the musical, which was incredible. And then I went on a little show called Love Island in 2018. And after that, I kind of pursued a singing career. And now that is what I do.
I've got to ask you, who influenced you to become a singer?
Well, ever since I was younger, I think I've always been surrounded by loads of different music. My dad and my mum would always play different styles. There was pop, there was rock, there was jazz, there was reggae, there was soul. And I've always loved kind of writing music from such a young age. And I don't know if that was kind of writing poems and stuff like that, but I used to just love it. And I was obviously obsessed with like MTV. And back then in the music industry was amazing. You know, the songs
Sure.
were incredible. And I kind of just really fell into it and just absolutely loved the idea of being your own artist and writing music and just being creative.
We mentioned a few influences, but if there was anybody that you could work with in the near future, who would it
Yeah.
be and why?
Well, I think, if I could dream big, a Dua Lipa would be amazing. But I love a lot of DJs like Calvin Harris, David Guetta. I would love to work with Anne Marie, Becky Hill, all those kind of pop girlies, because their music is great and their collabs are amazing.
Sure. And let's talk about your new EP that's called Broke Me Good. So tell us a bit more about that. How did that come together?
Well, Broke Me Good is a song that I wrote a good like year ago now in Copenhagen. And the EP has got so many different styles of music on it. It's like a kind of a diary entry to my life, I guess. And Broke Me Good is obviously my favorite one. And I love how like vulnerable and honest it is. And I think it's kind of the first song that people have seen me do that's really vulnerable and kind of like, oh, okay, this is a different side to Samira. So I write a lot of my music in Copenhagen as well, um, which is always good because you think, wow, I did this a year ago in Copenhagen, and it's like now it's here. It's just great.
I mean, for the song, for writing it, was it quite a long process or did it come together quite quickly?
Well, yeah. So Broke Me Good, we wrote that in a day, and recorded it in 24 hours. Because when I went to Copenhagen, I did a lot of sessions with different producers, and you don't really have all that much time. So, but what I love about the people over there is the work ethic is so strong. So if we get a song idea, we're doing it until 3 a.m. in the morning, and we're going to finish the song. So it was quite a long process, but it was done, and it was kind of like dusted. You know what I mean?
Sure. And for anybody that wants to break into this kind of music industry, what advice would you give to people?
I think the main bit of advice is to probably just keep going because the industry is really hard. And same with performing industry, anything kind of on stage, being creative, you have to have such a strong like a strong mind and a will set because people will want to break you down or give you, negative thoughts. But I think the main thing is to keep going. And if you truly believe that you can do it, then keep going at it.
And we talked about Broke Me Good, but is there any future projects that you're currently working on, like a new album, or is it all secretive at the moment?
Yeah, well, I'll definitely do an EP too. And I've got so many songs in the bank. Like I have so many songs you wouldn't believe. And it's just kind of finding the right time to release the different ones. I've got such an amazing couple of songs coming out that are a bit like Broke Me Good and that vulnerable side of writing, but also such a beat that you can dance to it and just lose yourself in the music. So yeah, I've got a lot of things in the pipeline.
And for people who want to get a copy of your EP, how can people get a copy of it?
So it's available on all streaming platforms. And if you follow me, I always have little snippets of it there and just have a look and just see if you love the songs. And then, yeah, download them and play them to everyone.
And I've got to ask, I mean, for anybody that doesn't have like digital platforms or access to digital internet and stuff, is
Mm.
there any physical copies that people can get?
There isn't any physical copies yet, but hopefully soon come for that. But obviously, because everything is kind of done over digital, isn't it, these
Sure.
days? So yeah, but yeah, hopefully you can get a copy of it somehow.
And I mean, for our listeners at home, do you have like social media where people can follow you on?
Yep. So my social media is Samira Mighty, and from there it has all the links to all my social accounts and my TikTok and my Instagram, and then my Spotify is in my the links in my bio on my Instagram. So definitely go and follow me on there, and yeah, add the songs to your playlist.
And my final question for you, Samira, is there anything that you would like to say to our audience that is listening right now?
Well, I just hope that you love my songs and especially Broke Me Good. I mean, I know everyone goes through those times where they might feel a bit low or going through something with someone or just on their own. And I hope that my songs and especially my new song Broke Me Good can connect with them and definitely even message me to let me know if it does.
Samira, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Chris.